Let me ask you this question here from Shauna. She writes in, the biggest argument I have with my husband is how and when to discipline our children. He's a strict disciplinarian, and I have a less abrasive approach. He thinks that our teens walk all over me because of it. I think we're closer and they have more respect for me because I don't fly off the handle. Is there a happy medium? I want to be supportive of him in front of our two kids, but really disagree with his approach a lot of the time.
Really common. And this is what I would say to the two of you if you're in front of me. Is your purpose to be the best parents you can possibly be? Nobody says no, right? They'll say yes. Is your vision for your children that they grow up to be good citizens? Yes. Do you want them to be happy and healthy? Yes. Do you want them to respect others? Yes. Do you want them to stick with things without giving up? Yes. Do you want, right? We could go down the line. I've never yet heard one person say something, yeah, I'd like my kid to be a psychopath. No, they all want good, happy kids, right? So you agree. You're different people. That we know is a benefit. It's a feature for children. It's not a bug. Kids do better with two or more parental figures. More minds, more personalities, the better, because that is what stimulates growth. That is what introduces a child to complexity, to more than one person, right? So that's a feature. Now, the other thing is, can you work together with your differences, right? Can you work on the problem and not each other? They're working on each other. And that will never work. Never, 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 right? Just keep doing it and you'll see. You're not working on the problem, folks. And so what is the best thing you could do for this child? You both have to listen. You both have to convince each other and get on the same page, because parenting is an improv. Nobody is an expert. Nobody can be, because every child is different. So you have to work together and come up with the best solution for now, because conditions are changing. That means that one of you yields when necessary, because your child needs two different types of parents, right? What they don't need is their parents fighting each other. When generals fight, soldiers die. Fill in that with kids, right? So that's the problem. That's the problem. You have to respect each other as authorities, that you know things and you don't know things. You're coming together to find the best solution for the moment. And when it doesn't work, you revise. That's a team. Those are two people that are working together, and it's not my way or the highway. Now, he's being disrespectful when he says what he says, right? That's not going to work. That's non-collaborative. So this is, again, secure functioning is about growing up. You cannot be secure functioning if you can't tolerate pain, if you cannot grieve your losses, or even more, if you can't recognize loss. There's a problem. If you can't control yourself, that's a problem. If you can't hold in weight, that's a problem, right? And so everyone can do this except those who can't, in which case they need medication, or they're in a mental hospital, or they're in jail. And I'm being facetious.
I know, but Stan, you talked about, okay, we have a disagreement, and, let's just say we're really polarized on whatever this issue is. One of us is going to have to yield in order for us to create a united front.
Give me the issue so I have something to work with.
Well, we just talked about parenting. We could come up with all kinds of issues, right, where we just see it differently. I think our kids should eat health food, and you think it's fine to take them out and go have a Coca-Cola, which I think is poisoning their system. Or, we just go on and on. People see the world differently. We disagree. So one partner, okay, I'm going to yield. Go ahead. I'm just using this example because I know a couple who has this issue around nutrition. So I'm just using, and health food, but it could be anything. So one partner yields, and at the end of it, like, I've yielded, and I resent the heck out of you. And here we are, a pseudo united front.
That's not secure functioning. Secure functioning is, I'm going to get what I want and you are. I'm going to get what I want and you're going to get what you want. So how do we do that? We have to think that way. We cannot get out of the room. We cannot reason any other way. We are locked in to and committed to, it has to be good for you and me, or there are downstream effects. If you lose, if you are yielding at my behest, and I'm profiting from that. I will pay for that. There's no way I won't. There's no way. So I have to make sure it's good for you and me. That takes a little more time, and it takes more creativity. That means we have to get each other on board without bullying each other. We have to understand everything starts and ends with how we work together, the manner in which we're working. If I start to act like a one-person system and call the shots, I better watch my back at night, because that's not going to go down well in a fair, equal relationship of two adults having the same power and authority. Remember, secure functioning is you and I have parity. We have the same power and authority. Therefore, you don't mess with me. I don't mess with you. We have to work things out to our satisfaction. Knowing we have to do that, we learn to do it faster and faster. There's always a way. Now, there are some instances that are
different. I want to hear that, because when I hear you say there's always a way, I think, really, this all sounds a little aspirational to me, that we're always going to be able to find this, supposed win-win kind of solution together in these situations.
Well, that's why we use bargaining and negotiation, right? I want you to be with me. You don't want to be with me on this certain thing, right? You don't like the people involved. You don't want to go to this party, but I'd like you to be with me. So I'm going to do something to make it worth your while. I know you, and I know what would make you excited, right? How about this? Oh, and I'm also going to take off the negatives, right? Anytime you want to go, whisper to me, and I will go without complaint. Done. You want me? I will stick by you. We will move around together as partners, covering for each other. We'll do all of that. So I know you. I'm going to attract you to this, right? So there's no looking back. I'm going to make it worth your while, which isn't transactional, by the way. It's not, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. It's a higher moral level of we have to please each other if we are to get along. So I must do this because I want you to go. And I want you to not ever look back and say, I didn't want to do that. I did that because of you. You can't do that because we both were thumbs up. We're ready to go. No looking back. That's the way to move. So can people do that? Just look at history. Just look at what people do that are very, very different and how they bargain and negotiate their way to be allies. It's done all the time, all the time. Now, where it cannot happen is if you want polyamory, let's say, and I want monogamy. You want a baby. I never want a baby. You are anti-vax and I'm pro-vax, and when I want to vaccinate our children, you will never do that. These are deal breakers that we may not be able to agree on, and it may also mean that we cannot work together, that we cannot be together. Sadly, that's true incompatibility, no fault, because nobody is wrong or right. Everyone has a right to believe in or want what they want. You just may not be able to be together because you're pointing in two different directions. So on those levels, we can't come to terms. And if we continue, we're asking for trouble because we're going to bang into each other over this. So it's not naive. This is not. People have been working this way with each other throughout history, still doing it. And that's a fact. Just look at your human history and just look around you. There are also people who will never work together and will never know how to do this and are going to shoot first, ask questions later, will never come up with a plan, never have a reason for being, never have a purpose shared otherwise, never have a shared vision. And they're going to join the many bones that are littered across the planet of couples that just couldn't work with each other.
Discover on-demand videos and docuseries, explore a full schedule of daily life classes, and become part of an incredible community. At Sounds True One, we invite you inward to find your way, your way.